In lane 1, from the Stettler Swim Club, David Bursky. In lane 2, from the Kisu Swim Club, Cameron Chambers. Dans le couloir 3 du Centre de haute performance Québec, Reed Maxwell. Dans le couloir 4 de McGill, Jagdev Gill. In lane 5, from Olympians Swimming, Ken Stroud. Dans le couloir 6 du Club de natation Mont-Laurier, Guillaume Jacob Caillé. In lane 7, from Pickering Swimming, John Gillis. In lane 8, from the Golden Horseshoe Aquatic Club, Charles Jean-Michel. And in lane 9, from the Regina Marlins Swimming Club, Leo Zhang.
And these are our finalists for event number 302, the men's para multi-class 100-meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. Off we go in our second race of the night. Jagdev Gill from McGill, swimming in lane number 4. Our top time this morning at 57.86. And it is Gill out in front in lane number 4. He's going to be first through the 50 wall. Time 26.79, a little bit faster than it was this morning. Gilliam Jacob Kaya in lane number 6 turns second, followed by Ken Stroud in lane number 5. Gill swimming in that S10 category. He's got a Canadian record that he's chasing down at 52.86. And it's going to be Gill from McGill swimming first to the wall, time at 57.41. Second is Ken Stroud in lane number 5 from Olympian Swimming, followed by Kaya swimming in lane number 6. It's a para multi-class event, so we're looking for the board to reorder based on points. While we're waiting for that board to reorder itself, just a reminder for all athletes, please check in 15 minutes prior to the A final of their event. Results on the board are official.
Un rappel à tous les athlètes de, s'il vous plaît, vous présenter au check-in 15 minutes avant la finale A de leur épreuve. 15 minutes avant la finale A de leur épreuve. Merci.
And here we go with our next set of finalists coming to the pool deck. This is for event number 1, the women's 400-meter individual medley.
In lane 0, from the University of Calgary varsity team, Sarah Hagen. In lane 1, from Kisu Swim Club, Kaya Dimitri. In lane 2, swimming unattached, Rachel Wigington. Dans le couloir 3 de Pointe Claire Swim Club, Camilla Blanchard. In lane 4, Grace Wharton. In lane 5, from Calgary Swimming, Callie Cardiff. In lane 6, from Edmonton Swim Club, Olivia Brenzen. In lane 7, from Calgary Swimming, Megan Sutherland. Dans le couloir 8 de Pointe-Claire Swim Club, Bianca Bacchus. Et dans le couloir 9 de Gatineau Natation, Ellie Krause.
These are your finalists of the women's 400-meter individual medley. Madam Referee. Off we go on the 400 AM. Our top qualifier this morning, Grace Wharton. 5:00:95. She has the seat time down at 4:53.69. The Canadian Senior Trials qualifying standard in this event, a 5:00.92. Through the first 50 meters at 30.27. Second ahead of Camilla Blanchard in lane number 3 and followed by Callie Cardiff, University of Calgary, swimming in lane number 5. And Wharton through the first 100 meters, splitting 105.72. Faster than she was this morning. Followed still by Blanchard and then Cardiff. Moving up in lane number 6, Olivia Brenson from Edmonton Kiano. Brenson this morning down at 5:05.7. Now into second place. Cardiff sitting in back in third in lane number 5. Wharton about a second faster than she was at the same point from this morning. Coming up to the halfway point this morning, the split was a 2:22.4. Wharton turning a second and a half better than that at 2:20.97. Olivia Brenson in lane number 6. Almost 3 seconds faster than she was this morning as they turn onto the breaststroke. Wharton followed by Brenson and then Cardiff in lane number 5. Wigington in lane number 2 having a strong breaststroke leg as well. Camilla Blanchard from Pointe-Claire also moving up in lane number 3. She is out-splitting all of her lap times from this morning, 42.9 on that 50 meters of breaststroke. Blanchard moving up nicely, 42.2, put herself into 4th place. Brenson still holding on to second, just ahead of Cardiff. Cardiff having a good breaststroke leg. Making up ground, now moving herself into second place as they try and get up to Wharton. Wharton this morning split 350.33 at the 300-meter mark. And there we go, turning 3 seconds better than that at 3:47. Second is Cardiff, followed by Brenson. Having a good back end to this race in lane number 3. That's Pointe-Claire's Camilla Blanchard. A little bit less than 50 meters to go, and it is Wharton still out in front. About a second on Cardiff from the University of Calgary. He's having a great back end to this race as well. Cardiff this morning swam 5:02.32. A couple girls under 5 minutes here as we come to the finish is Wharton, Cardiff, and then Blanchard. Those are your top three here in the women's 400-meter individual medley. And it's going to be Grace Wharton in lane number 4, first to the wall, 4:55.11. Followed by Callie Cardiff in lane number 5, University of Calgary. And then Camilla Blanchard in for third in lane number 3 for Point Claire. And there with that, the results on the board are official. Up next is going to be Heat 2 of the women's 400 IM. This is our B final. Madam Referee.
In the B final for the women's 400 IM, in lane 0 from Vancouver Pacific Swim Club, Juliette Roberts. In lane 1 from St. John Legends Swim Club, Anna Rideout. Dans le couloir 2 de Pointe-Claire, Taylor Ferguson. Dans le couloir 3, également de Pointe-Claire, Jaden Dagson. In lane 4 from Pacific Coast Swimming, Maëlle Sanborn. In lane 5 from Club Warriors, Haley Muscat. In lane 6 from Pacific Coast Swimming, Riley Greenfield. In lane 7 from Edmonton Keanu Swim Club, Danica Gauglas. In lane 8, also from Edmonton Keanu Swim Club, Elise Cook.
Now to the end of the butterfly here, the first 100 of this B final of the women's 400 IM. Jaden Dagsan from Point Claire out in front in a split time of 1:08.08. 4/10 of a second ahead of Haley Muscat in lane number 5. And Dagsan this morning swam a 5:13.26. Dagsan still moving nicely through the first 50 meters of backstroke, gaining ground on the field as they make their way towards the 200, towards the halfway point. Dagson turning at 2:24.6, 3 seconds better than she was this morning. Followed by Muscat in lane number 5, and then Taylor Ferguson, a swimmer from Point Claire, currently in third, swimming in lane number 3. Dagsan does have a seed time down at 5:04.55. We'll see how close she can get to that. Muscat making up some good ground in lane number 5 as they come to the 250-meter mark, separated now just by 0.3 of a second. By the looks of this pacing, it should be pretty close between lanes 3 and 5. Dagson and Muscat as they get to the 300. Male Sanborn in lane number 4 also moving up very nicely from Pacific Coast. Sanborn at 5:12.81 this morning. OC time is down at 5:06. And Muscat taking over the lead in lane number 5 as she hits the 300 first, 3:55.67. Followed by Dagson in lane number 3, and then Sanborn into third in lane number 4. And Jaden Dagson having a good finish to this freestyle leg of the 400 IM. Pulled herself up, she's fairly close to even. Muscat as they come to the last wall, separated by just 0.2 of a second. Haley Muscat still with the lead. Dagson getting a full second on that last 50 as they have just over 25 meters left to go. Number 8 moving up nicely as well. That's Edmonton Piano's Danica Douglas. Just a little bit too far back, but a good race in lanes number 3 and 5 as we finish our B final. At the touch, it is going to go to lane number 3, 5:06.73. That's Jaden Dagson from the Point Claire Swim Club winning the B final of the women's 400 IM. Results on the board are official. And coming up shortly will be awards presentations for the 100-meter freestyle for both the women and the men para, as well as our women's 400-meter individual medley. Next up will be awards presentations, beginning with event number 301. This is our 100-meter freestyle for the women in the para multi-class event.
Avec la médaille de bronze du Centre de haute performance Québec, Ariana Hunsaker. In second place from the Pacific Sea Wolves, Mary Jebb. And in first place from the Orangeville Otters Swim Club, Alyssa Smith.
Congratulations to all of our medalists in the women's 100-meter freestyle. Up next will be medal presentations for event number 302. This is the men's 100-meter freestyle para multi-class event.
In third place from Olympian swimming, Ken Stroud. En deuxième position, de McGill, Jagdev Gill. Et en première position du Centre Haute Performance Québec, Reed Maxwell. Congratulations, swimmers. We'd now like to welcome the medal presentation for the women's 400-meter medley. In third place from Pointe Claire Swim Club, Camilla Blanchard. In second place from the University of Calgary Swim Club, Callie Cardiff. And in first place, Grace Warden.
Congratulations to all of our medalists in the women's 400-meter individual medley. And welcome to the pool deck. Our next set of finalists for event number 2. This is the men's 400-meter individual medley.
In lane 0 from the Saskatoon Laser Swim Club, Maximilian Zhao. In lane 1 from Kisu Swim Club, Charlie Bourne. In lane 3 from Calgary Swimming, Aiden Joffrey. In lane 4, de Neptune Natation, Théo Lebel. In lane 5 from the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, William McNotachi. In lane 6 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Liam Chu. In lane 7 from Island Swimming, Julio Gianese. In lane 8 from the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, Tyler Millard. And in lane 9, Logan Calhoun. This is your A final for the men's 400-meter medley. Mr. Referee.
go in our A final of the men's 400-meter individual medley. Jordy Vilches set the meet record back in 2024, time of 4:25.59. Way through the butterfly, it looks like it's lane number 7. Julio Janice from Island Swimming. Janice through 102.07, or sorry, 101.89. Liam Chu is next at the time of 102.07. Janice in lane at number 7, still in front. 136.29 is the split time. I don't know about where he was this morning, a couple tenths of a second faster. Liam Chu. Only 2/10 of a second back. Chu swimming for the Kelowna Aquajets. He was 4:37.18 this morning. Janice is going to take that lead through to the 200-meter mark. Turns to 209.67, 9/10 of a second up on Chu. And Chu more than 2 full seconds better than he was this morning. He's about a second and a half faster as Chu takes over the lead on this first 25 meters of breaststroke. And the Kelowna Aquajets' Liam Chu now really extending himself here. Past the field as he goes through the first 50 meters of breaststroke. 38.09 is his split time. Does have an entry time down at 4:32.0. It's almost 3 seconds faster out to the first 200, so we'll see if he can challenge that seed time. 4:37.18 this morning. Breaststroke split almost a second and a half faster than he did this morning. As he come now to the 300-meter mark. She was 3:31 this morning, 3:27.6. Needs to be back better than 1:04.4 to get underneath that entry time of 4:32.0. Turning in second, Benjamin Chisson swimming in lane at number 2, and then third has Janice out in lane number 7. And Chu now 4:00.47. 31.6 or better will get a new lifetime best for Liam Chu, your race leader from the Kelowna Aquajets. Second is Chisson in lane number 2. And a good race developing for third. And it's going to be Chu in lane number 6. 4:32.13. Second is going to go to lane number 2, Benjamin Chisson from Press Swimming, and third to the wall, Charlie Bourne in lane number 1. Does look like we have disqualification as noted on the board. Times are good. The results and placings are not yet official as we move on now to our B final. Mr. Referee.
This is your B final of the men's 400-meter medley. In lane 2 from the Pacific Sea Wolves, Joshua Perkins. In lane 3 from the UBC Thunderbirds, Tanner Cole. In lane 4 from Crest Swimming, Jacques Harrison. In lane 5 from the UBC Thunderbirds, Aiden Kirk. And in lane 6 from Club Warriors Swimming, Connor Brown.
Through now to the 100-meter split. It's going to be lane number 5. Aiden Kirk, making a time of 59.72. He's the event winner from last year's Canadian Open. Swam a time down at 4:30. His sea times are 4:28.35. Jacques Harrison taking over the lead through the first 50 meters of backstroke. Now he's split 1:00.15 to the butterfly. Separated by 0.8 of a second. Harrison out in front, followed by Kirk. This morning at 4:30.99, just off the event winning time from last season. Harrison was at 4:29.6. His seat time is down to 4:22. There we go, 2:06.7 is the split time at the halfway point, a little bit more than a second faster than this morning for Harrison. And Kirk looking strong at 2:09.2, 2 seconds better than he did this morning. That meet record goes back to the inaugural Canadian Open in 2024. Jordy Vilches ran the time of 4:25.59. Fastest Canadian, as we've mentioned in this event. Done at the US Open at 4:18.3. Tristan Yankovic. Right now our top 3 are Harrison, Kirk, and then Tanner Cole from the UBC Thunderbirds in lane 3. Harrison extending that lead through the breaststroke. Kirk a very strong distance freestyler. We'll see how much room he needs, if he can gain any ground back on Harrison. Harrison now turning at 3:24.6. And looking very strong for the first 25 meters of freestyle. Aiden Kirk sits back in second in lane number 5, followed by Tanner Cole in 3. Harrison a couple seconds better than he was this morning. Through the 300 as he turns the last wall at 3:55.89. More than 3 seconds up from his split time this morning, so we'll see if we can get down to 4:26 perhaps. 4:25.59 is the meet record. Just need to come back in 29 seconds here on this last 50 to get underneath that. And it's going to be Harrison in lane number 4. First to the wall, 4:26.25, just over that meet record. Second goes Aiden Kirk in lane number 5, 4:28.23. And third will go to Tanner Cole, down to 4:33.90, swimming in lane number 3. Times on the board are good. The results and final placings are not yet official. Once again, times on the board are good. Results and placing are not yet official. So we are going to be doing medal presentations now for that last event, the 400-meter medley, 400-meter medley race. That's event number 2. If we get out of our medalists to the awards podium, medal presentations now for event number 2, the men's 400-meter individual medley.
In third place, from the Kelowna Aquajets, Liam Chu. In second place, from the UBC Thunderbirds, Aiden Kirk. And in first place, from Crest Swimming, Jacques Harrison. Congratulations, medalists.
And we'll get our flags back up for our next event as we get going. This is event number 3, the women's 100-meter backstroke. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your finalists to the pool deck. Event number 3, the women's 100-meter backstroke.
In lane 0 from Calgary Swimming, Christine Zhao. In lane 1 from the Kenora Swimming Sharks, Angelica Ba. In lane 2 from Etobicoke Swimming, Olive Rogers. In lane 3, Helena Montrichard. In lane 4 from HBC Vancouver, Taylor Ruck. In lane 5 from Cascade Swim Club, Ingrid Wilm. In lane 6 from the UBC Thunderbirds, Bridget Burton. Dans le couloir 7 de Neptune Natation, Léa Nugent. In lane 8 from Grand Prairie Piranhas, Michaela Lauren. And in lane 9 from the Ottawa Y Olympians, Jordan Richardson. This is your A final for the women's 100 backstroke, Madam Referee.
We go in the 100-meter backstroke, putting up the 7th fastest time in the world this morning. It was Taylor Ruck in lane number 4. She broke the meet record in a time of 59.34. Beside her in lane number 5, the event winner from last year, Ingrid Wilm. She swam a 101.53. First to the 50 wall in lane number 4 is Ruck, 28.77. That's 0.3 of a second faster than she was this morning. Wilm right where she was at 29.7. Third is Bridget Burton from the Thunderbirds, swimming in lane 6 at 30.08. $59.08 is the pool record. That was set by Kylie Moss in 2018. And we've already seen a meet record. We'll see what Ruck does here at the touch. 59.07. That's a new meet record and a pool record in the women's 100-meter backstroke. Second goes to Ingrid Wilm in lane number 5, and third was in lane 6, Bridget Burton. We'll have a short technical delay here before we get underway with our B final. Swimmers, you can relax for a minute. We have a short technical delay before we get underway with the B final.
Chicken Farmers of Canada is proud to have been partnering with Swimming Canada for over 10 years. Canadian chicken farmers fuel our athletes and deliver a nutritious, delicious, and sustainable protein source to all Canadians. Discover why chicken is the official protein of swimming in Canada at chicken.ca. Les producteurs de poulets du Canada sont fiers d'être partenaires de Natation Canada depuis plus de 10 ans. Les producteurs de poulets canadiens alimentent nos athlètes tout en fournissant une source de protéines nutritives, délicieuses et durables à tous les Canadiens. Découvrez pourquoi le poulet est la protéine officielle de la natation au Canada sur poulet.ca. Esquire Wholesales Limited is proud of not only the relationship they have built with Swimming Canada, but also with all of you in the swimming community. This has been established over the 3 decades which they have been attending various swim meets across the country. Esquire is on site and set up on the mezzanine level. Go and check out their selection of items, which are perfect for early morning swim commutes to the pool or something comfortable on the plane. Esquire Wholesales Limited est fier de sa relation avec Natation Canada et avec chacun d'entre vous dans la communauté de natation. Cette relation a été créée au cours des 30 dernières années lorsque nous étions présents aux différentes compétitions partout au pays. Esquire est sur place et installé au niveau de la mezzanine. Allez jeter un coup d'œil à leur sélection d'articles qui sont parfaits pour tous les trajets matinaux vers la piscine ou pour quelque chose de confortable dans l'avion.
Get Emiliana Gonzalez to the call room from Rutgers University for the 50-meter breaststroke B final. Once again, Emiliana Gonzalez from Rutgers University. Please make your way to the call room for the B final, the 50-meter breaststroke. Letting everybody know the results on the board from heat number 1, the A final, are official. It is a new meet and pool record. Remember the backstroke for the women, Taylor Ruck from HBC Vancouver, time at 59.07. Attention to coaches, swimmers, and teams. The scratch deadline for tomorrow's preliminaries is 6 p.m. Once again, scratch deadline is 6 p.m. into the administration desk for tomorrow's preliminaries.
Attention à tous les entraîneurs, la limite pour faire vos scratchs pour la session de demain matin est à 18 h. La limite pour faire vos scratchs pour demain matin est à 18 h. Merci.
Attention swimmers in the men's 50-meter breaststroke. If you've not yet reported to the call room, all men in the 50-meter breaststroke finals, please report to the call room.
This is your B final for the women's 100 backstroke. In lane 0 from Calgary Swimming, Alexis Yuan. In lane 1 from Okotoks Maverick Swimming, Lucy Weens. In lane 2, Effie Irving. In lane 3 from Kisu Swim Club, Hannah Rutten. In lane 4 from Kingston Blue Marlins, Helena Tripp. Dans le couloir 5 de Neptune Natation, Eve Labrie. In lane 6 from Killarney Swim Club, Sophie Holowaychuk. In lane 7 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Kelly Chow. In lane 8 from Swim Apex Aquatic Club, Michelle Ho. And in lane 9 from the Olympian Swim Club, Sophia Musselman.
Tight field as they come into the wall and the finish. At the touch, 103.89. It is a tie in lane number 2. Effie Irvine and Sophie Walchuk. Swimming in lanes number 2 and 6. 103.89 winning the B final. Next up will be medal presentations for the women's 100-meter backstroke. If we have our medalists to the awards podium for event number 3, the women's 100-meter backstroke. Good to go. Once again, up next is medal presentations for the women's 100-meter backstroke. Our medalists to the awards podium for event number 3, the women's 100-meter backstroke.
In 3rd place from the UBC Thunderbirds, Bridget Burton. In 2nd place from Cascade Swim Club, Ingrid Wilm. And in 1st place with a meet record time from HBC Vancouver, Taylor Ruck. Congratulations, medalists.
And here come our medalists for our next event. The results on the board for that last heat are official. These are our finalists in the men's 100-meter backstroke.
In lane 0 from the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, Lucien Vilches. In lane 1 from the Windsor Aquatic Club, Reese Walda. In lane 2 from the Cascade Swim Club, Parker Deshays. In lane 3 from the University of Michigan, Inbar Daziger. In lane 4 from the Saskatoon Goldfins, Blake Tierney. In lane 5 from the UBC Thunderbirds, Raven Doman. In lane 6 from the Cascade Swim Club, Cole Pratt. In lane 7 from the Windsor Aquatic Club, Gavin Chinkelschut. Dans le couloir 8 de Pointe-Claire Swim Club, Olivier Carpenter. And in lane 9, from the Ladysmith Cheminosh, Colton Gonzalez. This is your A final for the men's 100-meter backstroke, Mr. Referee.
We're off to a clean start here in the men's 100-meter backstroke. Top qualifier, Blake Tierney in lane number 4, just missed his Canadian Swimming Open meet record. Time is 54.79. He was 54.93 this morning in the prelims. Swam a 26.76 through the first 50 meters. He's also the Canadian record holder. Time he did the World Championships last summer at 52.95. And Tierney goes through 26.6. He's behind Inbar Danziger. 26.56, 26.63, and then third, Parker DeHaye swimming in lane number 2 from Cascade. Lanes 3, 4, and 5, all very close together as they come to the finish. Gets advantage Danziger from the University of Michigan in lane number 3, and at the touch, it is 54.69. That is the winning time by Inbar Danziger from the University of Michigan. It is a new meet record. Second goes to Blake Tierney in lane number 4. And third goes to lane number 5, Craven Dobin from the UBC Thunderbirds. Results on the board are official. Next up is going to be heat number 2. This is our B final. Mr. Referee.
And they're off for the B final of the men's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 0 from the Killarney Swim Club, Alan Piatek. In lane 1 from Grand Prairie's Piranha, Mick Aldred. In lane 2 from Etobicoke Swim Club, Emerson Tully. In lane 3 from KBM, Liam Hayden. In lane 4 from Calgary Swimming, Keenan Shen. In lane 5 from Island Swimming, Giulio Giannese. Dans le couloir 6 de l'équipe natation Saint-Lambert, Etienne Isanov. In lane 7 from the University of Calgary, Ian Cameron. In lane 9 from Olympian Swim Club, Regan Peace. And in lane 9 from Crest Swimming, Maddie Posternak.
Pretty tight field here at the end of our B final in this 100-meter backstroke event. Advantage is lane number 4. That's Keenan Sen, the youngster from the University of Calgary Swim Club. Sen this morning, 59.15. And the win goes to Liam Heaton and swimming in lane number 3. On 59.04 from the Kingston Blue Marlin swimmer, winning our B final. And results on the board are official. Time now for medal presentations for event number 4, the men's 100-meter backstroke.
This is the medal ceremony for the men's 100-meter backstroke. In third place from the UBC Thunderbirds, Raybent Doman. Winning your silver medal from the Saskatoon Goldfinns, Blake Tierney. And your winner in a new Canadian Swimming Open record time from the University of Michigan, Inbar Danzinger.
Congratulations to all of our medalists in the 100-meter backstroke. We'll turn our attention now down to the far end of the pool as our finalists for our next event make their way onto the pool deck.
In lane 4 from Whitby Swimming, Ali Van Wicksmart. And in lane 5 from Royal City Aquatic Club, Jordan Tucker. This is your final for the women's para 50 backstroke. Madam Referee.
Going on a pair of 50-meter backstroke. And Wicksmart this morning, 109.56. The S3 Canadian record stands at a time of 108.48. It was done by Nikita Enns of the Saskatoon Lasers back in 2022. The S4 Canadian record is a 57.07 by Joël Rivard from the Mustangs. That was set in 2005. Tucker with the advantage by about a body length as he comes to the flags. He'll have 5 meters left to go. And it's going to be first to the wall in lane number 5. That is Jordan Tucker, time of 108.05. Followed very closely by Ali Van Wicksmart in lane number 4. Just a reminder for all coaches and teams, scratch deadline for tomorrow morning's preliminaries is passed. All of your scratches should be into the administration desk by now. Results and placings on the board are now official for event number 303, the 50-meter backstroke for the women para. Time now to introduce your finalists for our next event, event number 304. This is the men's 50-meter backstroke para multi-class event.
In lane 4 for the Pacific Sea Wolves, Sébastien Massabi. Et dans le couloir 5 pour le Club de natation Région Québec, Étienne Boutin-Côté. This is your final for the men's para 50 backstroke. Madam Referee.
Go for the men in the para multi-class event this morning. Massabi in lane number 4 put down a 54.53. So broke a Canadian record this morning. Sébastien Massabi from the Pacific Sea Wolves, while Etienne Boutin-Côté in lane number 5 swam a 108.39. Massabi looking to improve upon that time that he did this morning at 54.53. And a nice drop by him in lane number 4, 51.84. First to the wall here in event number 304, the men's para 50-meter backstroke. And next is lane number 5, Etienne Boutin-Côté, a time of 104.46. And results and placings are official and on the board. And next up, please welcome to the pool back to finalists in the women's 50-meter breaststroke.
In lane 0 from Pacific Coast Swimming, Maëlle Sanborn. In lane 1 from the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, Samantha Brundage. In lane 2 from Kisu Swim Club, Nina McEachran. In lane 3 from Ajax Aquatic Club, Isabel Angeloni. In lane 4 from HBC Ontario, Sophie Angus. In lane 5 from Calgary Swimming, Alexandre Lepage. In lane 6 from Etobicoke, Alexandra Leno. In lane 7 from the Grand Prairie Piranhas, Marley Monson. In lane 8 from the Alberta Marlin Aquatic Club, Rowan Biffert. And in lane 9 from Cascade Swim Club, Abigail Clark. This is your A final for the women's 50 breaststroke. Madam Referee.
Off we go on this one. Sophie Angus, the top qualifier in lane number 4, 31.67. Shona Branton holds a meet record set in 2024, time at 30.99. Alexandre Lepage has been the fastest Canadian in this event so far this year. But it is Angus with the lead in lane number 4 as they come to the finish. And Sophie Angus, time of was Alex LePage by 5/100ths at the touch, 31.94, just ahead of Sophie Angus. Third is going to be Isabel Angolini, swimming in lane number 3. There we are, results on the board are official. Swimmers may clear the pool. Next up, this is the B final for the women's 50-meter breaststroke. Madam Referee.
In lane 0, Emily Mongatini. In lane 1, Emiliana Gonzalez. In lane 2, Sophia Spack. In lane 3, Maya Kalmakoff. Dans le couloir 4, Bianca Bacchus. In lane 5, Adina Rath. Dans le couloir 6, Emma Basserman. In lane 7, Kaya Dimitri. Dans le couloir 8, Charlie Rose Fortier. And in lane 7, Juliette Roberts.
Coming to the close of this one, it is lane number 5 with the advantage, Adina Rath. And it is Emma Basserman, a time of 33.64, winning our B final by 1/10 of a second. And results on the board are official. And here we go now. These are your A finalists in the men's 50-meter breaststroke.
In lane 0, from the University of Calgary varsity team, Addison Butler. In lane 1, from Calgary Swimming, Stephen Moore. In lane 2, from Calgary Swimming, Nicholas Duncan. In lane 3, from the Brock Badgers varsity team, Noah Chan. In lane 4, from the Grand Prairie's Piranha, Oliver Dawson. In lane 5, from HBC Ontario, Apollo Hess. In lane 6, from the Nepean Kanata Barracudas, Arthur Galliano. In lane 7, from Markham Aquatics, Grand Prairie's Piranhas, Henrico Jordan. In lane 8, from the Markham Aquatic Club, Kit Kong. And in lane 9, from the Nepean Kanata Barracudas, Elias Solitani. This is your A final for the men's 50 breaststroke, Mr. Referee.
Your eye on lane number 4, Oliver Dawson put up the second fastest all-time time, 50-meter breaststroke for the Canadian men at 27.49 this morning. Canadian record goes all the way back to the Supersuit era in 2009. Scott Dickens set a time of 27.45 at the World Championships in Rome. And it's going to be Dawson in lane number 4, 27.46. Improving on what he did this morning, another meet record for him, just 1/100th of a second over the men's senior Canadian record in the event. Second goes to Apollo Hess in lane number 5, and third in bronze will go to Arthur Giuliano, swimming in lane 6. And the results on the board are now official. Next up is going to be heat number 2. This is our B final. Mr. Referee.
In lane 0, Brody McPherson. Dans le couloir 1, Guillaume Lévesque. In lane 2, Noah McNeil. In lane 3, Jordan Jolly Samula. Dans le couloir 4, Michael Auger. In lane 5, Ian Cameron. In lane 6, Benjamin Chescon. In lane 7, Declan Sweetnam. In lane 8, Liam Chu. And in lane 9, Matthew Cow.
Pretty close to breaking that 30-second mark in the middle of the pool. We'll see if we can get anybody under here. First to the wall, 29.64, Benjamin Chuson from Crest Swimming. Under 30 seconds and winning our B final. And results on the board are official. Next up will be awards presentations for our 50-meter backstroke for our para swimmers, as well as a 50-meter breaststroke for the women and men. We also get the coach from the Golden Horseshoe, Colleen Bent, to the administration desk. Once again, coach from the Golden Horseshoe, Colleen Bent, please report to the administration desk.
These are the medal ceremony for the women para 50 backstroke. In second place from the Royal City Aquatic Club, Jordan Tucker. And in first place from Whitby Swimming, Ali Van Wicksmart. Congratulations, medalists. Next up, the results for the men's 50 backstroke para. In second place from the Pacific Seawolves, Sebastian Masabi. And in first place, from the Club de Natation Région Québec, Étienne Boutin-Côté. Félicitations à tous nos médaillés. Next up, we have the medal presentation for the women's 50 breaststroke. In third place from the Ajax Aquatic Club, Isabella Angeloni. In second place from the High Performance Centre Ontario, Sophie Angus. And in first place from Calgary Swimming, Alexandre Lepage. Next up, we have the medal presentations for the men's 50 breaststroke. In third place, from the Nepean Kanata Barracudas, Arthur Galliano. In second place, from HBC Ontario, Apollo Hess. And in first place, with a new Canadian Swimming Open record, from the Grand Prairie Piranhas, Oliver Dawson. Congratulations, medalists.
On to our next event now. Please welcome to the pool deck your finalists for event number 7, the women's 200-meter freestyle.
In lane 0, Marta Klemek. In lane 1, from the Winseal Dolphins Swim Club, Abigail McLeod. Dans le couloir 2 du club de natation bleu et or, Brooklyn Douthright. In lane 3, from the UBC Thunderbirds, Emma O'Croynan. In lane 4, from Etobicoke Swim Club, Ella Jansen. In lane 5, from Kisu Swim Club, Marley Windsor. In lane 6, from the University of Michigan, Arabella Sims. In lane 7, from the Toronto Swim Club, Leah Teegert. In lane 8, from the Kelowna Aquajets, Riley Miller. And in lane 9, from the Ajax Aquatic Club, Rowan Bagloli. This is your A final for the women's 200-meter freestyle. Madam Referee.
Off we go on the final of the 200-meter freestyle. It is a stacked one at that. 5 different Olympic team members swimming in the middle of the pool. Bella swims for the University of Michigan in lane number 6. Silver medalist in Tokyo in the 4x200-meter freestyle relay. Won a number of medals on that relay for Team USA, including one last summer at the 2025 Singapore World Championships. She's out in front at 27.16 through the first 50 meters. This morning swims down a 2:01.52 with our top qualifier, being Ella Jansen, Etobicoke in lane number 4 at 1:58.44. Pool record goes back to 2018, 8 years ago. That was Taylor Ruck. The national championships went 1:55.45. And Sims through the first 100, 57.04, a tenth of a second up on Jansen in lane number 4. Third place is Emma O'Croynan, also a Paris Olympic team member for Canada, swimming in lane 3. Swimming in 58.27. The race now is in 4 and 6 between Jansen and Sims. See what we've got as we come to the 3/4 mark. This is going to be the 150-meter wall. And now Jansen takes the lead at 1:27.30, 0.6 of a second up on Sims. followed by O'Croynan in lane number 3, Jansen. Great finish to this race. Again, she was 158.44 this morning. Coming in with an entry time at 157.33. See how close she can get to that. Ella Jansen in lane number 4, winning in a time of 157.62. Second goes to Bella Swims in lane number 6, 159.09. And third goes to Emma O'Croynan, swimming in lane number 3 for the UBC Thunderbirds. Results on the board are official. And time now for heat number 2. This is your B final. Madam Referee.
Voici la finale B du 200 mètres libre chez les dames. In lane 0 from Calgary Swimming, Megan Sutherland. Dans le couloir 1 de Pointe-Claire, Camilla Blanchard. In lane 2 from Toronto Swim Club, Paige Stepanoff. In lane 3 from Calgary Swimming, Callie Cardiff. Dans le couloir 4 de Pointe-Claire, Riley Lefshard. In lane 5 from Cascade Swim Club, Ellie Wise. Dans le couloir 6 de Pointe-Claire, Maëlie Michaud. In lane 7 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Kelly Chow. In lane 8, Anya Trakek. And in lane 9 from Toronto Swim Club, Ella Harrison.
And the field's still all bunched up as they come to the halfway point here in a B final of the 200-meter freestyle. Left front turning first in a 1:01.0. 10th of a second up on her teammate Camilla Blanchard, swimming in lane number 1. Two swimmers from Pointe-Claire in the lead. Callie Cardiff sits third currently for the University of Calgary Swim Club. Now lanes 1, 3, 4, and 5 all together as they come to the last ball. Ellie Wise for the Cascade Swim Club in lane number 5 moving up. She turns second, 1:33.5, just a 10th of a second behind Blanchard in lane number 1. Still with the lead, splitting 1:33.44. Blanchard about 2 seconds better than she was this morning. She swam 2:08.36. But it's all Ellie Wise at the finish of this B final of the 200-meter freestyle for the women. And Wise first to the wall at a time of 2:04.33, winning our B final. And results on the board are now official. Next up will be award presentations for the women's 200-meter freestyle.
Your bronze medalist from the UBC Thunderbirds, Emma O'Croynan. Your silver medalist from the University of Michigan, Bella Sims. And your gold medalist from Etobicoke Swim Club, Ella Jansen. Congratulations, medalists.
And next, please welcome to the pool deck your finalists in the men's 200-meter freestyle.
Dans le couloir 0 de natation Gatineau, Alexandre Lépine. Dans le couloir 1 de l'équipe de natation Saint-Lambert, Étienne Isanov. Dans le couloir 2 de Neptune Natation, Sébastien Voicou. Dans le couloir 3 de Pointe-Claire, Zachary Parisé. In lane 4, Daniel Krichevski. Dans le couloir 5 de Camo, Antoine Sauvé. In lane 6 from the Okotoks Mavericks, Finley Knox. In lane 7 from Cascade Swim Club, Cole Pratt. In lane 8 from Cobra, Gabrielle Ardelonu. And in lane 9 from the Milton Marlins, Louis Lau. This is your A final for the men's 200-meter freestyle, Mr. Referee.
Here we go on this one, the 200-meter freestyle for the men. This is the A final. It features the Canadian record holder, Anton Sauvé from Camo. Time 1:46.39, done at the Canadian trials last year. It's also the meet record holder, a time of 1:48.21, done at this meet here in Edmonton last spring. First to the 50-meter mark is Daniel Krichevski, swimming unattached in lane number 4, 24.90. 0.4 of a second faster than he was this morning. He's followed by Sauvé and then Finley Knox in lane 6. Coming to the 100 wall is still Krichevski out in front, 51.94. 0.2 of a second up on Sauvé. Sauvé had a great finish to his race this morning. Pick it up and get to challenge Krichevski. Third is Finley Knox, swimming in lane number 6. And Krichevski still with the lead as it comes to the last turn. 120.13 is the split. It's 2 seconds faster than this morning. Sauvé still second, 0.2 of a second back, and then Knox in third and 6th. And here comes Sauvé in lane number 5, powering through the finish like he did this morning. He's up and even with Krichevski. That meet record of his, 1:48.21, set last year. It's going to be close, and Sauvé to the wall, 1:48.82 for the win. Second is Krichevski in lane number 4. And third goes to Finley Knox in the lane number 6. Top 3 finishers in the men's 200-meter freestyle. Results on the board are official. Next up will be our second heat. This is the B final of the men's 200 meter freestyle. Mr. Referee.
In lane 0, from the Nepean Canada Barracudas, Alexander Perchukovic. Dans le couloir 1 du Club Aquatique Saint-Eustache, Loïc Trépanier. In lane 2, from the Cascade Swim Club, Broden Kelly. In lane 3, from Collingwood Clippers Swim Club, Liam Patterson. In lane 4, from Crest Swimming, Aidan Lee. In lane 5, from Calgary Swimming, Fang Bo Liu. Dans le couloir 6 du Club Aquatique Montréal, Artyom Volodin. In lane 7, from Island Swimming, Chase Saxon. In lane 8, from Island Swimming, Noah Weaver. And in lane 9, from Calgary Swimming, Aidan Joffrey.
First of the 100, Aidan Lee in lane number 4, 55.24 is the split. Exactly what he was this morning. Lee, 154.79 to be the top qualifier. Road ahead of Cascades, Broden Kelly swimming in lane number 2. Kelly this morning at 155.98. Check the split times for Lee at the 150 meter mark this morning. He was 124.78. About a half second better than that right now as he splits 124.2. Lifetime best stands at a 154.08. On pace to do that right now if he can hold on over this last 15 meters. The Crest Swimming's Aidan Lee is being challenged right now in lane number 8. Noah Weaver making a late charge. But it is Lee, a lifetime best here at 153.62, winning our B final. Next up will be medal presentations of the men's 200 meter freestyle. Results on the board are official.
Please welcome your medal presentation for the men's 200 meter freestyle. In third place from the Okotoks Mavericks, Finley Knox. In second place, Daniel Krzyzewski. Et en première position du Club Aquatique Montréal, Antoine Sauvé. Félicitations à tous nos médaillés.
Here we go with our next event. Please welcome to the pool deck your finalists in the women's 200 meter medley for a pair of multi-class swimmers.
Dans le couloir 0 du club de natation bleu et or, Danielle Doris. In lane 1 from the Prince Albert Shark Swim Club, Ali Diel. In lane 2 from the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, Kate Smith. In lane 3 from the Brock Niagara Aquatic Club, Emma Van Dyke. In lane 4 from the Orangeville Otter Swim Club, Alyssa Smith. In lane 5 from the Pacific Sea Wolves, Mary Jibb. In lane 6 from the Pacific Coast Swim Team, Sophie Wood. Dans le couloir 7 du Centre de Haute Performance Québec, Tessa Routliff. In lane 8 from the Saskatoon Lasers, Catherine McCurrack. Et dans le couloir 9 du club de l'Université Laval Rouge et Or, Arielle Bélanger. This is your final for the Women's Para 200 Medley. Madam Referee.
Top qualifier in lane number 4, Alyssa Smythe. For the Orangeville Otters, she swam 240.65 this morning. She swims in the SM13 category. The record in that event is by Valerie Grandmaison, a time of 227.64. It's done at the London 2012 Paralympic Games. Smythe through the first 50 meters at 32.59 leads the way. Ahead of Mary Jibb in lane number 5, 7/10 of a second back at 33.2. Coming up to the halfway point, it's Smythe out in front, getting a bit of ground on Jibb. This morning's split time was a 1:14.85. She's 3 seconds better than that as Alyssa Smythe in lane number 4. Mary Jibb turns in a 1:14.2. That's more than a half second better than this morning. And then Van Dyke currently sits in 3rd. Tess Rutliff swam a 3:06.52. She was a top qualifier by points this morning. Also the Canadian record holder in her category, SM7, a time of 2:54.53. Smythe turning at 2:01.21 at the 150-meter mark. That's 3 seconds faster than this morning, so she's looking to get faster than that 2:40.65 that she did this morning. She's going to be pretty close to her seed time. She was tied for first, seated at 2:38.46 coming into the event. Like she's going to go underneath that, beating her seat time, 2:36.12. That is Alyssa Smythe. Orangeville Otters first to the wall here in the 200-meter medley for a pair of women. Second is lane number 5, Mary Jibb, a time of 2:40.41. Followed by Emma Van Dyke in lane 3. Time for her of 2:49.67. And there we go, times and placings on the board and official for event number 305, the women's 200-meter medley final for a pair of multi-class swimmers. Coming to the pool deck next, this is event number 306. This is the men's final in the 200-meter medley, pair of multi-class.
In lane 0 from the Golden Horseshoe Aquatic Clubs, Charles Giamicheli. In lane 1 from the Stettler Swim Club, David Bursick. Dans le couloir 2 du Club de natation Mont-Laurier, Guillaume Jacob Caillé. In lane 2 from Kinsmen Swim Club, Cameron Chambers. Dans le couloir 4 du Centre de haute performance Québec, Nicolas Bennett. Dans le couloir 5 de McGill, Jagdev Gill. In lane 6 from the Olympian Swimming, Ken Stroud. In lane 7 from the Fort McMurray Swim Club, Hunter Hellberg. In lane 8 from Pickering, John Gillis. And in lane 9 from the Pacific Sea Wolves, Sebastian Masabi. This is the final for the men's 200 medley. Mr. Referee.
Top qualifier Paralympic gold medalist in this event, Nick Bennett, in the S14 category. Our Performance Center out of Quebec. He was 2:13.34 this morning. His Canadian record stands at a time of 2:05.97. First through the 50 meters at 27.98, about 0.3 of a second faster than he did this morning. Followed by Jagdev Gill from McGill, swimming in lane 5, and then Ken Stroud, the Olympian, swimming in lane number 6, sits third. Nick Bennett in lane number 4 will carry the lead to the halfway point. Turning time of 1:03.15. 0.4 of a second up from the split time this morning. Second, Cameron Chambers from Kinsmen, swimming in lane number 3. 0.2 of a second back, Stroud from the Olympian, swimming in lane number 6. Last ball for Bennett in lane number 4, 1:39.60. 1 2 seconds faster than he was this morning, looking to improve upon that time he did in the prelims. It's a 2:13.34. We'll see what Bennett splits on this last 50 as he comes to the close. Nick Bennett, first to the wall in the 200-meter individual medley, his time at 2:10.26. Only 3 seconds of an improvement from what he did this morning. Next to the wall, Jagdev Gill from McGill, 2:10.55, just 0.4 of a second ahead of Ken Stroud from Olympian Swimming. This time 2:29.95. Just waiting for the board to be declared official before we move on for our next event. And there we have it. Results on the board are official. And here come your finalists for event number 9, the women's 200-meter butterfly.
In lane 0 from Island Swimming, Marley Hourston. In lane 1 from the Halifax Trojan Aquatic Club, Mary Ellen Holland. In lane 2 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Emily Golanowski. In lane 3 from Alberta Marlin Aquatic Club, Rowan Biffert. In lane 4 from Kisu Swim Club, Taryn Weatherhead. In lane 5 from Toronto Swim Club, Kaya Hornby. In lane 6 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Juliet Nicholson. In lane 7 from the Halifax Trojan Aquatic Club, Yael Bloom. In lane 8 from Toronto Swim Club, Ella Harrison. And in lane 9 from Point Claire Swim Club, Taylor Ferguson. This is your A final for the women's 200 butterfly, Madam Referee.
The 200-meter butterfly, our top qualifier, Taryn Weatherhead. 2:16.88 this morning. Coming in the sea time at 2:14.27. Participated in part of Canada's National Development Program recently at the Edinburgh International. The record in this event was set last year by Ella Jansen, a time of 2:10.85. Out under 30 seconds, 30.98. That's 3 seconds of a second better than this morning. Good Alberta Marlins, Rowan Biffert beside her in lane number 3. Biffert had a big 5-second personal best this morning, down to 2:21.57. Lane number 6, that's Juliet Nicholson from the Kelowna Aquajets, out and challenging. They get to the halfway point. Nicholson with the lead at 1:04.27, just ahead of Weatherhead. Strong underwater for Weatherhead to get back up and out in front. Biffert still in touch with the leaders in lane number 3. Morning Weatherhead at the 150-meter mark was 1:41.9. It's Juliet Nicholson down at 1:39.2. That's 5 seconds faster than she was this morning. And Nicholson does have a sea time down at 2:16.27. Showing us at speed here tonight as she is out in front of Taryn Weatherhead from Kishu. And a war of attrition here these last 5 meters. Nicholson and Weatherhead coming to the finish. And at the touch, it is by 4/100ths of a second. Kishu's Taryn Weatherhead, 2:15.22. Best time for Nicholson, getting for the silver medal, 2:15.26, and third. Kaya Hornby from Toronto Swim Club in lane number 5. Results on the board are official. Time now for Heat 2. This is our B final. Madam Referee.
Dans le couloir 3 de Pointe-Claire, Michelle Chen. In lane 4 from Etobicoke, Melania McChesney. In lane 5 from the Strathcona County Swim Club, Anna Curley.
Curley first to the 150-meter mark at 31.87. Swam 232.16 this morning. Best time by nearly 2 seconds for Curley. We have the sea time at 234.12. All three of them coming to the 100-meter mark together. Curley still with a slight lead at 108.69, 0.4 of a second up on McChesney. McChesney turning 109.1, but is strong underwater to get out in front of Curley. McChesney swam 226.86 this morning. She's got a sea time down at 221. And 50 meters left to go, and they're 0.8 of a second apart. McChesney turns at 146.87. Curley staying right there. She was 234 with the sea time down to 232 this morning. It's going to be Melania McChesney in lane number 4 from the Etobicoke Swimming, winning our B final time 225. There's a light touch in lane number 4. Let's see what that final time is. Another good 6-second drop, making it 8 on the day for Curley in lane number 5. And there we go, final time by McChesney, a time of 224.64. And results on the board are official. Next up will be awards presentations, starting with the 200 IM for our para swimmers.
This is the award ceremony for the Para Women 200 Medley. In third place from the Pacific Sea Wolves, Mary Jibb. In second place, from the Orangeville Otters Swim Club, Alyssa Smythe. Et en première position du Centre de haute performance Québec, Tess Routliff. Félicitations à toutes nos médaillés. Next up, the medal presentation for the men para 200 medley. En troisième position, de McGill, Jagdev Gill. In second place, from the Fort McMurray Swim Club, Hunter Hellberg. Et en première position, du Centre de haute performance Québec, Nicholas Bennett. Félicitations à tous les médaillés. Next up, we have the award ceremony for the women's 200 butterfly. In third place, from the Toronto Swim Club, Kaya Hornby. In second place, from the Kelowna Aquajets, Juliette Nicholson. And in first place, from the Kisu Swim Club, Taryn Weatherhead. Congratulations, medalists. Next up, we have the A final for the men's 200-meter butterfly. In lane 0, from the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, Benjamin Millard. In lane 1, from Edmonton Keanu, Maddox Oliver. In lane 2, from Pacific Coast Swimming, Jiaxiao Liu. Dans le couloir 3 de Pointe-Claire, Adrian Cheong. In lane 4, from Crest Swimming, Jacques Harrison. In lane 5, from Etobicoke, Simon McClure. In lane 6, from the Pacific Seawolves, Max Wu. In lane 7, from Cascade, Cassie McDermott. In lane 8, from the University of New Brunswick, Camden Reed. And in lane 9, from Cascade Swim Club, Kyler McNeil. This is your A final for the men's 200-meter butterfly. Mr. Referee.
Here goes our final of the men's 200-meter butterfly. Jacques Harrison, our top qualifier in 4, on 206.24 this morning. Harrison coming in with a seed time of 2:03.18, already winner of our 400-meter individual medley, just over that meet record. Meet record in this one set by Kevin Zhang, a time of 2:00.18 in 2024. Casey McDermott from the Cascade Swim Club in lane number 7, out in front, 27.81. 1.3 seconds faster than he was on the way out this morning. McDermott leads the way early on in this one. Max Wu beside him from the Seawolves sits in second, and Harrison is right there as well as they come to the 100-meter mark. Big night for Harrison, already winning that 400 IM. Trying to do that in this 200-meter butterfly. McDermott threw at 59.86. He's our only swimmer. No, it was Adrian Chung, also under the minute mark. But for McDermott, that's more than a second and a half faster than he was out in this morning. Harrison now picking it up on the third 50, has brought himself up to the front. Simon McClure from Etobicoke trying to go with him as well as they come to the 150-meter mark. Harrison now out in front, 132.0 to Chung's 132.3. McDermott dropping back to third place at 132.5, swimming in lane number 7. Keep your eye on a hard charging Adrian Chung in lane number 3, up and moving on the field. He's challenging Harrison as they come to the wall, as is 6 Wu. And it is Chung, a time of 2:04.42. Second goes to Max Wu, 2:04.66. Wu with the Pacific Seawolves. Third goes to Harrison, swimming in lane number 4 for Crest Swimming. And results on the board are official. Next up is going to be Heat 2 of the butterfly. This is our B final, Mr. Referee.
This is your B final for the men's 200 butterfly. In lane 4, from the Guelph Marlin Aquatic Club, Matthew Marcella. And then in lane 7, we have Antonio Fricano from the Golden Horseshoe Aquatic Club, swimming the 100 freestyle.
.29.5 is split time by Marcella. 31.4 for Fricano. Marcella this morning swam 2:10.96 in this event. Marcella through the first 100 meters, splitting 1:03.17. Final time for Fricano in lane number 7 at 1:07.64. And 50 meters left to go for Marcella. I guess the 150-meter mark at 1:37.80. Right at where he was this morning. We'll see how close he can get to that time. 2:10.96. Coming up next after this heat, it will be our medal presentations for the men's 200-meter butterfly. As Marcella finishes the B final, a time of 2:11.55. And results on the board are official. Time now for medal presentations for event number 9, which is the men's 200-meter butterfly.
Winning the bronze medal from Crest Swimming, Jacques Harrison. Winning the silver medal from the Pacific Sea Wolves, Max Wu. And your gold medalist from Point Claire Swim Club, Adrian Chung. Congratulations, medalists.
And next event coming up, these are your finalists for the time final women's 1500 meter freestyle.
In lane 0 from Calgary Swimming, Lauren Meller. In lane 1 from Edmonton Piano Swim Club, Mael Bawowski. In lane 2 from Island Swimming, Kaya Weaver. In lane 3 from Kisu Swim Club, Hannah Rutten. In lane 4 from the Windshield Dolphin Swim Club, Abigail McLeod. Dans le couloir 5 de Neptune Natation, Delphine Piatera Mercier. In lane 6 from Island Swimming, Lila Koropatsky-Niski. In lane 7 from the Kelowna Aquajets, Juliette Nicholson. In lane 8 from the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, Marissa Batrick. And in lane 9 from the Edmonton Piano Swim Club, Ruth Jakowiak. This is your A final for the women's, or your third heat for the women's 1500 freestyle, Madam Referee.
Here we go again. This is our top 10 seeded swimmers. And the women's 1500 meter freestyle, the fastest time we had this morning was done by Shane Bowie, Edmonton Piano, time of 17:50.80. Number 1 seed here tonight is Abby McLeod from Windshield Dolphin, swimming in lane number 4. She's entered in a 16:47.22. Meet record in this one set 2 years ago, Layla Ravosky, time of 17:10.36. Lapping pretty strong is lane number 5, Delphine Pitera Mercier. Actually lapping under 105s right now. She's got a seat time on a 17:12. 2:08.34 is the time of the 200. She's 2 seconds up on Abby McLeod in lane number 4. Hannah Rutten in lane number 3 sits third for Kishu. We go at the 300. Got to Mercier. Lapping pretty strong. She turns at 3:15.26. So if she can hold under 108, she'd be able to get under 17 minutes. She's kept under that pace pretty good so far here through 300 meters. Abby McLeod sits 4 seconds back at 3:19. Hannah Rutten is right there as well, separated by 2 seconds. Get Zachary Bowie from the University of Calgary Swim Club to the call room, please. Once again, Zach Bowie from the University of Calgary, please report to the call room. And Piancha Mercier doing a great job here through 400 meters, turning at 4:22.4. Her entry time is just a 17:12. That's lapping just under 109s, and right now she's turning in splits 107 and faster through the first 450 meters. Very consistent splitting through 1/3 of this race, 5:29.7. Now she's pacing well underneath that beat record time. Abby McLeod sitting in second place in lane number 4, just ahead of Hannah Rutten. Got to Mercier still holding a very solid at those splits between 33.5, 33.7. And having a great tempo for the first 600 meters of this race. 7-3 split through 700 meters, a 7:44.07. McLeod just under 110s. Halfway through this race, an 8:17.5 is a split time. The race leader from Neptune, Delphine Mercier. Being encouraged along the side of the pool by her teammates as she comes to the 800-meter mark. Around 8:50, 8:51. 8:51.4 is a split time over the halfway point. It's all downhill from here. Built up herself quite a sizable lead on the field. Next comes Abby McLeod from the Winskill Dolphins, and then Hannah Ridden from Kishu. Those are your top three. Again, the time they need to beat is a 17:50.80. Done by Shane Bowie, Edmonton, Canada this morning. And Pierre Mercier picking it up, 33.3 on that 50. It's the fastest one we've seen in a while. And McLeod pacing pretty close, about 17:15 at this point in our 1500-meter freestyle. 7:2 is a split time on that 9th 100 for your race leader. And we're sitting a little bit less than 2 seconds back from Abby McLeod, sitting in second and third. Excellent work on pacing in lane number 5. Pierre Mercier, good job holding all of these 50s very consistent. It's going to be the 1,000-meter mark at this turn, 2/3 of the way done in the 1,500-meter freestyle. This is our top 10 seeded swimmers. 4.1 on that split. We'll look to see if she can pick it up here with 500 meters left to go. It's the first 50 she's had over 34 seconds. Back under 33.7. And she's breathing to the right, so I'm sure she's going to see a big wave as she goes by her teammates, encouraging her along here with a little bit more than 400 meters left to go in the 1,500 meter freestyle. .108.0 on that 100 at the 1,100 meter mark. Still on pace to go under 17 minutes. and McLeod still separated by a little bit less than 2 seconds. Battling for second and third. .300 meters left to go. See if Pietera Mercier can pull a little bit more out of herself as she's got 275 to go and trying to descend these last 3 100s. Rutan and McLeod sitting 1.4 seconds apart. .4 on that 50, another 108.3 with 200 meters left to go. And the race very close in 3 and 4. We'll see if we can get a big finish out of Abigail McLeod and Hannah Rutan. Splitting within 1/100th of a second of each other on that last 50. And we're going to start to see those bells begin to come out. Indicate 100 meters to go for your race leader. And here he is, Delphine Pietera Mercier turning at 15:39.78. It's going to be a huge best time for her. Entry time is 17:12. And she's also going to go well underneath the meet record. That stands at a 17:10.36. That was set by Leah Orvosky back in 2024. And still plenty left, 33.4 on that last 50. Other than a handful of 50s at 34 seconds and over. She's done a great job in lane number 5. That's Neptune's Delphine Pietera Mercier coming in to win the 1500 meter freestyle for the women. .17:12 was her entry time, and she's going to come in to win in lane number 5. A huge drop for her, down to 16:46.02. 26-second drop in personal best, winning our 1500 meter freestyle event. Second is going to go to lane number 4. This is Abigail McLeod for Winskill Dolphins. 17:08.36, and then it's Hannah Rutan from Kishu, a best time by 5 seconds, down to 17:09.79. Just a heads up to our top 3 finishers. We will be doing medal presentations in this event at the start of our men's 1500 meter freestyle. So your top 3 finishers, your medalists, can report to the awards podium immediately following this race. We're doing medal presentations at the beginning of our 1500 meter freestyle for the men. we have at the end of the 1500 meter freestyle for the women. We'll need McLeod, Rutan, and Pieter Mercier to the awards podium. There we go, their top three finishers ending up your medalists. Moving on now to our next event. This is the time final for the men's 1500 meter freestyle.
Dans le couloir 0 de natation Gatineau, Xavier Lavoie. In lane 1 from the Nepean Canada Barracudas, Mehmet Deniz Kapraz. In lane 2 from Calgary Swimming, Zachary Bowie. Dans le couloir 3 de Pointe-Claire, Oliver Blanchard. In lane 4 from the UBC Thunderbirds, Aiden Kirk. In lane 5 from Calgary Swimming, Hunter Payne. Dans le couloir 6 de natation Gatineau, Alexandre Lépine. In lane 7 from the Markham Aquatic Club, Alex Yao. In lane 8 from the area Tallahassee Aquatic Club, Kipton Fenneman. And in lane 9 from the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, Griffin Seguin. This is the top heat for the men's 1500 freestyle, Mr. Referee.
Once again, if we get our top three finishers to the awards podium for the women's 1500 meter freestyle, as McLeod, Rutan, and Pieter Mercier. Once again to the awards podium for medal presentations for the women's 1500 meter freestyle.
Proceeding with the award ceremony for the women's 1500 meter freestyle. Winning the bronze medal from Kisu Swim Club, Hannah Rutten. Your silver medalist from the Winskill Dolphins Swim Club, Abigail McLeod. Et votre médaille d'or de Neptune Natation, Delphine Piatera Mercier. Félicitations à toutes les médaillées.
On the men's 1500 freestyle, the top time, Max Farmer this morning from Kelowna Aquajet, 16:21.49. Aiden Kirk is the #1 seed in this event, 15:32.80. Meet record set 2 years ago by Max Vorobiev, time of 15:45.52. Kirk, the winner of this event last year. Just ahead of Oliver Blanchard through 250 meters. Big night for Aiden Kirk, already finished second in the 400 meter individual medley. No stranger to that double, he did it last year as well. 300-meter mark. We're separated by 0.3 of a second. Kirk Blanchard and Alexandre Lepine swimming in lane number 6 for Gatineau. Maintaining that lead by 0.2 of a second. They're splitting almost to the 100th, the same to their lapping times. Now they're lapping very close to that meet record standard of 15:45. Hold 103s to get down and underneath that time as they turn at the 400, 407.86 to 408.32. Alex Yao moving into 3rd place. Yao swimming in lane number 7. He's got a seat time, 16:17. Kirk and Blanchard maintaining that gap of a little bit less than a half second. Through this race is done and in the books. Starting to see a lane at number 7. Sorry, lane number 6 and 7, Alex Yao and Alexandre Lepine. Distance himself from the rest of the field. Yao currently sitting in 3rd place, 7 seconds back. Kirk now opening up with a 31-3 split on that last 50. Time he won this event in last year was a 15:52. Doing a good job picking up the lapping times on this second 500. Pool record in this event set way back in 1991. Kieran Perkins from Australia. The Pan Pacific Championships that were held here at the Kinsmen, a time of 14:59. 0.79. Number of event-winning times from that event still hold as pool records here at the Kinsmen Centre. Gone over 103 yet for one of these 100s, Aiden Kirk. Does put him on track to get down to that meet record time. This will be the halfway mark at this wall as it gets down to the scoreboard into the pool. .48.2 is the split time. 3 seconds up now on Blanchard. As they make their way to the 800-meter mark, Aiden Kirk. And for for the UBC Thunderbirds has entered in a time of 15:32.90.
There's one in Edmonton. Cactus Club. I'm so surprised you didn't get that immediately. Yeah, I should have. Are you saying at the end of the session? Yeah, I'll try to do that. Okay. Are you thinking of just drop Nick and I off at Cactus Club? Yeah, on the way. Yeah, it's like close to the hotel. It's downtown. I don't know. It looks close. 7 minutes.
Kirk's pace just a little bit slower at 31.6 on these last couple of 50s. Turning to 9:23.38 through 900 meters. He's up by 3 seconds on Blanchard. Alex Yao turns in third. 9:39.55. The pin gaining a bit of ground on that 50. He's back at 9:42.23. Two-thirds of the way through now, 1,000 meters as Kirk turns in 10:26.2. Back down to 31 mids, 31.4 on that last 50. So right now he's pacing to be just underneath that 15:45 by Vorobyev. Should be well underneath the time that he put up last year when he won at 15:52. Less than 400 meters to go for Kirk. Lap at 103 lows here on those 100s. Now we get another lead change in lane 6 and 7 up into third. So the pain from Gatineau just up and ahead of Alex Yao. Less than 300 meters to go for Kirk. Turning out the 1200, 12:32.99. 3:17 on his 50s. Starting to creep up a little bit. We'll see if we can bring that back under. Kane really picking up steam in lane number 6. Now up by almost 3 seconds. Comfortably into third. A little bit more than 250 meters left to go for him. Kirk now coming to the 1,300 meter mark. Still on pace for that meet record. We've seen a few of them here this weekend so far. On day number 1. Here come the bells now. If you're a race leader, Aiden Kirk in lane number 4. "100 meters to go as he turns at 14:40. He needs to be back better than 1:05 to get underneath that meet record. And Kirk dropping to 31.2 on that last 50. Should have no problem going faster than he did last year. And it looks like it's going to be a new Canadian Swimming Open meet record. Time stands from 2024. Max Gorbia, time of 15:45.52. And the men's 1,500 meter freestyle is going to be Aiden Kirk for the second year in a row, 15:42.28. New meet record for Kirk. The second goes to Oliver Blanchard, swimming in lane number 3. A 16-year-old from Point Claire in for silver. And third will go to Alexandre Lepine from Gatineau, a time of 16:13.08. Top 3 times, all faster than we saw this morning. We'll be doing medal presentations immediately after this race before we get underway with our relays. So once again, medal presentations will happen immediately following this heat. And before we begin our relays, so we get our top 3, it's Kirk, Blanchard, and Lepine to the medal podium. Times are good, and those top 3 finishers will stand as your medalists. Once again, awards presentations happening now at the podium for the men's 1,500 meter freestyle.
This is the medal ceremony for the men's 1,500 freestyle. Gagnant la médaille de bronze de natation Gatineau, Alexandre Lepine. In second place, from the Point Claire Swim Club, Oliver Blanchard. And your winner from the UBC Thunderbirds, Aiden Kirk. Congratulations, medalists.
And here we go now with our next event. This is event number 401. This is the women's 400-meter medley relay.
In lane 2, we have Team Atlantic. In lane 3, we have Team British Columbia. In lane 4, we have Team Alberta. In lane 5, we have Team Ontario. Dans le couloir 6, nous avons l'équipe Québec. And in lane 7, we have Team Canada. This is the women's 4x100 medley. Madam Referee.
Here we go in the 400 medley relay. Great underwater, almost out to exactly the 15 meters in lane number 7. That's Team Canada's Ingrid Willem. Finished second in the 100-meter backstroke earlier tonight. Around 29.7 at that 50. We'll see where she is here in 7. It is Willem turning at 28.67. Actually a tenth of a second better than we saw from Taylor Ruck when she went 59.07. That was a new pool and meet record and the 6th fastest time in the world. Let's see what Willem can get out of herself here in lane number 7. She's out ahead of Team Alberta, Team Ontario in 4 and 5. They're sitting in 2nd and 3rd. That's Christine Zhao and Rogers. Willem to the wall, 1:00.32. Into the water goes the breaststroker Alexandre Lepage. On breaststroke duty for the Canadian team. Next is lane number 5, that's Team Ontario. Alexandra Vino. Followed by Team Alberta's Marley Monson. Those are your top 3 teams right now here in the 400 medley relay. And Lepage, 32.3, just a little bit over what she did in the 50 here earlier tonight. Monson from Team Alberta has pulled that group up into second place now as they come to the halfway point. Lepage and Team Canada turning a 2:08.38. 1:08.0 split for Lepage. Butterflyer is in the water. That is Ella Jansen representing Team Canada. Team Alberta is in a second. That is Matea Gigovich for Team Ontario. Helena Tripp. Leah Nugent is swimming for Quebec. And Taryn Weatherhead for Team BC. And Team Atlantic have Mary Ellen Holland. Jansen out quickly, 27.03 on that 50 meters. Jansen to the well, 3:07.20. .58.8 split. As the freestyler goes in, that is Taylor Ruck, the winner of the 100-meter backstroke. Also has the fastest relay split of all time for the women's 100-meter freestyle. For Canadian women, she turns 25.3 at that first 50. For Nubia Schwarty, she's turning next for Team Alberta at 4. And it's going to be Team Canada at the finish in lane number 8, anchored by Taylor Ruck. As the team comes in at a 4:01.51. 54.3 split for Ruck on the end. And Team Alberta in next in lane number 4. Time of 4:09.96, and then a close finish for third. That goes to Team British Columbia, swimming in lane number 3 by a little bit less than 0.2 of a second. Looks like the results on the board are official. Well, here we go with our next and our final event number 402. This is the men's 400-meter medley relay. Please welcome your finalists to the pool deck.
In lane 2, we have Team Atlantic. In lane 3, we have Team British Columbia. In lane 4, we have Team Alberta. In lane 5, we have Team Ontario. Dans le couloir 6, nous avons l'équipe Québec. And in lane 7, we have Team Canada. This is the men's 4x100 meter medley relay. Mr. Referee.
Off we go in the men's 400-meter medley relay, swimming in Mentions lane number 2 is Team Atlantic, Team BC, Team Alberta, Team Ontario, Quebec, and then is Team Canada in 7. Blake Tierney finished second in the 100-meter backstroke earlier tonight. Saw his meet record go down in that one. Let's see what he's out here in lane number 7. 26.91 is the split. 0.4 of a second up on lane number 5. That's Team Ontario. And Tierney to the wall, 55.48. Next was lane number 5, that was Team Ontario's Gavin Schlinkelshock. Third was lane number 6, Team Quebec, that's Oliver Carpenter. As they move on to the breaststroke for Canada race leaders, they have Apollo Hess, followed by Arthur Galano from Team Ontario, and then Quebec's Guillaume Levesque. Hess being chased down by Oliver Dawson. Look at this split, 27.17 on his first 50 meters of breaststroke. He just missed that men's senior Canadian record tonight by 1/100th of a second. And he's really going for it here, bringing back up Team Alberta into contention, into third place in lane number 4. Butterflyers getting ready to dive in for Canada. It's going to be Finlay Knox in lane number 7. Followed by Team Alberta in lane number 4 for Alan Pittock, and in lane number 5 for Team Ontario, it's Simon McClure. Knox splitting at 24.67 on that first 50. Pittock and Team Alberta, 0.2 of a second up on Ontario in the middle of the pool. And very close in 4 and 5 as they come to the 300. Anchor legs are going to be diving in. It's going to be Anton Sauvé for Canada in lane number 7. Followed by Team Alberta in lane number 4 with Aidan Georgie, and Team Ontario's Liam Patterson. And 25 meters left to go, and it's going to be the national team from Canada, anchored by Anton Sauvé, coming in first in lane number 7. Final time 3:40.76. And Ontario going just by Alberta in lane number 5, in for second. Third will go to Team Alberta in lane number 4. And the results on the board are official. Thank you very much to all of our officials and volunteers for your hard work today and leading up to this event. Special thanks to swimmers, coaches, and teams for those fine performances. This is a conclusion of Day 1 finals here at the 2026 Speedo Canadian Swimming Open.
Swimming Canada would like to thank our partners. Natation Canada tient à remercier ses partenaires. The Government of Canada, le gouvernement du Canada. Speedo, your trusted swim partner from your first splash through every stroke. Speedo, votre partenaire de natation de confiance, de votre premier saut dans l'eau à chaque traction. Bell for Better and all the ways it gives back to communities and sport across Canada. Mieux pour tous et toutes les façons dont Bell redonne aux communautés et au sport dans tout le Canada. Chicken Farmers of Canada, proud supporter and official protein of Swimming Canada. Les producteurs de poulets du Canada, fiers partisans et protéines officielles